Say me ba Sammy Gyamfi, we are looking at him with an eagle eye. Mummy nyina yenye careful na asema me kan muntie ni. He went on a private mission.
Exactly.
He went out there. Maybe nim kwaso ni mania grada no da.
Also nim no da. First time on motion.
Ana wayi sika every ne car mu no wakan no de ama no. Ye musa ye ho Jesus Christ e bra man no koye yi no omo fo aba so omo koto abodo no. Wo se mu hwan na onye bone da onto bo omo ba no.
Yo me ma akwa babie ma de ba eye THEO TV so ai na me ka che se bebia wo bia nyame enhyira wo. Na sa afi na obehwe THEO TV a me subscribe na share ai na ja wo comment o na me notification bell no so se de be ya de bibia tumu a na osu wanya wo de se me din ka ka chem se me papa efrim ai me papa efrim na eyi no akwa akɔhye eye August ai na ye hwese ye be prosper no but am se hunsem na ye start no eyi na akwa akɔhye August ye be no kumase aso ase ai be record test wo eho na ye be ye eyi no enti no mesro ade ato ne ne nyo no na eyi ai na momra na mombeboa me me yi ase na nka ye ba na dollars yi ba ya ka obi antimpo ko obi ante because unye decent aye ma ho even anyway me kasa one baby ankomo no enam aye update ayensa kan aye agrada na Sammy Gyamfi samsam no update ayensa kan na me de ebra say na ye nim say chief of staff ye me ankasa me papa Julius Debra efre Sammy Gyamfi osamo no ekodi nkomo no koso pa nkomo de bi koso nkomo na bi koso na obi ante nkomo no nkomo de bi koso obi ante nti wo de wo mbia no THEO TV de mebo amane me no bedi ho nkomo na ya hwede e bekwa akosi sanso na mo amunim say after incidents no MPP for almost abosum no abosum dan na asem bia bisia no masi na o makogina ni mu say o mo ye press conference no o maso akosi foforo je so mo de mwani bu mo dwe dia mba ye nyina nti ya pam sa pam yi say mo nkotena ase no mo hwe kwan befa so a mo internal problems na Kennedy camp any Baumia camp asori essay party no mo hu enka obisika na your money moko ye kan na mo sisi da pap de ebem aden na mo de onions compare apples. Why are you doing politics like this? It's because of say politics into no kra how be so obeka and we work kwa ho press conference ekeka nsem na otu nsem na wo kan na bi wankasa yi ano wankasa eyi ano hwe ye ni tua bi o ye be ye campaign muma even wankasa mobile election na mo ye wo ejoso side ho chief of staff mu na atu card sika koy I said na dia money matamfo bi na kozu na internal running na I said dia money matamfo na ekun ba na ye internal sika mo tis do chi amdo kokko ho ma wankasa mo keka mo nsem sai ferapa discover na we didn't be discover na we di na it is something wo ha eba mo ma yemfa adwen enka it's wahun me de bia me ka na we wa sorry akọ atinkonwa asi ho ebeye obi sika wa che obi ho press conference am say mo kaka na mo de position mo besa mo de beto mo tena wa che unti no mo mfa nto na mo di ni kakra wo de betwa me ho aba.
My name is Aite Powers, aka What Can. Keep watching THEO TV. It's the best TV you have to watch in your life. I'm telling you, Aite Powers, THEO TV is the TV I watch all the time. Yeah. Push.
Yeah, me say what try me ho aba na me catch say Suman Motors and I saw my say am djuma de block to cars or swap cars and auto cars or Galilea ni amanfo me ka so akwan ne so. On go filling station no and opposite say bia wo car bi krese o wa buchiri na wo car krase Ghana ha na car na idada pressure wo dey car beba na wo betua duty ni ade bebre so man nangasa no wakofa cars na tua duty aye bibia dada na ode abesi ya nti wo be stress na feel so je hia so be ko Suman Motors na wo so akwaje wo car wo dey fa wo car dada no ko obe value car no na wa top up kitwe bi na ma brand new car osihwem na yika ope ompewe na ope de sanso na ope so tukwan ana wo Ghana ha na se ofi abrochire abedu Ghana mama me mamu se uni sika de fa aeroplane na se bia office aeroplane fa no obi wo ha osuru bionkofo bi omsuru so mefu plane but se apart from plane se wo ka se wo call destination asumdue mu dia VIP Yes, VIP. Na nye VIP bia so na VIP. VIP ya tro Joan e wo ho. Eno e na make am for amount sefa. Eno ye wo luxury one wo ho na ye wo prices na didim utumi book seat na wada. Weni beti na wadu. Weni beti na wadu. Inti no muma yem patronize on VIP and VIP there. Even drivers no ye more time limit. Untumi overtaking anyhow. And almost a bomb pie answer. And this is security so tight. Security so very tight. Now, omo dan also the enum say omo no omo ye dwuma na chenti omo nim de me papa eja ewiase me papa eja ewiase na adaka bremu eno Mary 1990 ne eja broni say omo no maka adwin na boma omo ye group of VIP a Joan ewo ho nti no ukwa hwe Joan no hwe Joan no na ansa wako akofu ngo hwe Joan na kodu na ye Joan na enyame me tufo. All right, young call your story neso. Someone munim some air cost so fast Sammy Gyamfi ensem ye ho na update yensaka na maybe won ensem na kodura say MPP for aseda de omo ho abegi asem num so omo for so say yenyi Sammy Gyamfi adi na mesre omampanyin ne chief of staff ne mpanyinfo ni na say mesre Sammy Gyamfi wo hu youth na ye wo eye NDC mu no oye idol youth no ye youth no Sammy Gyamfi idol oye ye champion course man ye feeling no bibi tu na ebe haye ampa o bibi tu na ebe haye pa iti pa mo chew e mamu fa mo nsa nkasa mo de musa kasa Sammy Gyamfi mo de aka grassroots bebre ye sremu e mamu ntie ya anom e mamu ntie MPP fo na mo be kasa an ye pese code of conduct na Mahama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de bae no me pa chew wankasa wo chaade a wankasa wo chaade a o se wo gi gift o gi because ye kasa ye papa awenya no baby ko His Excellency former president Vincent Tamils o kan say wo gi gift abra hold public wo gi gift it way on all chaade na all chaade and intinu makoye ho press conference chechireche ti said dia wiase na ba wieye wo de onim muma ye press conference na MPP for anim guase press conference no muma ye nkohwe ye ba ye beko na yakọ akọhwe omo ankasa nipa abo apapon nsam na efutu ode ama MPP for na nyansa sam a waka kire omo
Sammy me ba Sammy Gyamfi, we are looking at him with an eagle eye. Mumye nyina yenye careful na asema me kan muntie ni. He went on a private mission.
Exactly.
He went out there. Maybe nim kwaso ni mania grada no da.
Also nim no da. First time Omanchannel.
Ana why you sika every ne kem no wakan no de amano. Ye musa ye ho Jesus Christ e bra man no koye yi no omo fo aba so omo koto abodo no. Wo se mumu hwan na onye bone da onto bo omo ba no. People ebinu ye nyim kofo omo ye party bo omo tam $50,000 to bomb behind the scenes. Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. MPP, my brother, we will not support this. My friend, I didn't. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Me, I will say it, and I don't care who owns his dog. Way it's dead on arrival. Sammy Gyamfi is dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival. Nobody has the moral right to attack that young man. Me, first person, I'm Sammy Gyamfi on UTV. I hate Bantu. No, exchanges come blows. I'm telling you, that gentleman will be any will be me attacking on this particular matter. I'm telling you, public official, what evidence is so real. Who evidence? Bring it out. Let the special prosecutor deal with him. Young man, Sammy Gyamfi too. More Brakrano, $10,000 on yabi. What are you talking? $10,000, I say. More black crown on your Sammy Gyamfi can have $10,000. What are you talking about? Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Nobody should go and attack the gentleman. There's nothing wrong. And I'll say it. Nothing wrong. And I will say it anywhere. There's nothing wrong.
On say, you see, I dear ba kwa ya na
politics at politics. You're careful. You're careful where we want to trade on. Yeah, say, gold board documents kese bi apie ho se sika bi ayira ye budget no almost about 50,000 euros ayira ma gold bi akopie baabi and o che sika wa bonten. That is a lead. That is a lead. Sammy Gyamfi what one yere nyadwuma
minim na yere adwuma
and that be two person kire say jai
minim na yere adwuma
mamonko that be me ka asemo a ye presidential candidate Kenya Japan Japan or den ho o che sika man krofo o hwe nkofo school fees na da bi wa be president na obi aba ho na oyi sika ma obi na obi akotwa na o de aba be yi. We have to stop it right there. Stop it right there. Let's find an empirical evidence. Say akwano young man will real dream e wo baby a otie no. What are you talking about? Munya we ahoya me ahoya bi say me support.
Debbie,
why a young man atie or a young man wa bre wa di Mahama chia bre, and people want to vilify him to get his job out of him. No media obi koswa ya me de young men in whole country ano eyi wa apologize wa who said the youthful exuberance the no in the full glare of the general public in our culture. Maybe it's not good. We can vilify him on that grounds, but not.
And that's what we are talking about.
Well, but we shouldn't take it to that level. See,
but what is the chief of staff?
Sammy Gyamfi join chief of staff. We need the MWA. It's not going to help. Let the young man enjoy whatever. Let him enjoy.
What is President Mahama
code of ethics? Have you read the code of ethics?
Or say,
is there any proof to be a said yes, Sammy Gyamfi and it's against the code of ethics? Tell me, and I'll tell you.
Now, Obia, you say, men Jessica Crown nebo ebedu 20,000 as gift.
There be no GBB or J and
now say what me for che BB sana.
Now maybe we say a question say Sammy Gyamfi 2% chest onya 10,000 Ghana cedis and 20 Ghana 20,000. What are you talking about? Ye Jenica, go and check his salary. Nyoma ye the man on it, Nyoma Onyao. And why ye politics what dear Chila Kwabeya, a bunch of medical TV so Land Cruiser, no use Land Cruiser back say, or two position about no Land Cruiser buy. Menena ko radio so bear 10,000 so use Land Cruiser. What are you talking about? President Mahama on your Juma President Mahama to become $10,000 man. What are we talking about here? My brother, Mummy and Yai Sadiano, Mummy and Yai Mwa, Abrantiano. Wa bresa oppositions afena wa benya baby asha se bi obesan kwan kakra ma na busu afonso a benefit yenko ehon ya kunsun ni eyinti wakasa ti ankrofo yes on corruption base, and I agree on those people who think they can go, but it hasn't got to that level.
Yes, sisi adapa there by obi a hu se sisi adapa ko wieska, but the way you can
compare oranges with apples.
And he's saying,
here is a case where a minister of state sika bebre asho no call report to police. Na police case abem na ye kana evidence abana special prosecutor abem na be public domain ye kan wan say it's a different thing altogether. Don't compare oranges to apples. There's a difference. Eye na Sammy Gyamfi sika she nem pass e no no aso obi awia e ba call report to o che sika. O ti ase there we have an issue. Special prosecutor comes in, gold board, that amount of money in the cross watch $10,000, $20,000, my brother Fatun chain. And yeah issue. It's not an issue. That boy can add a minute of plane, minute new hopes in Adoye, you call UN General Assembly. You're full opposition time, not the business class. Now you're at the economy. What are you talking about? What bam near the economy? What bam? Oh, your lawyer. Not yet the economy, not the business class. What are you talking about? Business class, I say. Bro, to me, I think me Ubusana as a political strategist. This is a dead on arrival. And we cannot capitalize on this to score political points. Oh, party move dere. Now no me abroad your own things some of Africa and Japan who are. Yet me and no you can't want only baby a bit Jai young call. Yen deal with internal matters. We solve your problems. You want to say some more Casanti. Your friend of Jasohan time Fiareho. May say, one Jasohan time Fiareho. Kobusa Santini be or Titri. No one chair was yes, and me, Uzub and Pama Betrans will say, asɛm a yɛkɔdi Sammy Gyamfi asɛm a yɛbi akyɛ dwuhu yɛfrɛ no dwaso hantan fiare ho efie nwoye wo sɔre ba bɛka sɛ obi kyai efie nwoye
ba yɛsɛ mo pɛ unity ntima mo nkasa
unity ni sɛsɛ yɛn kasa de sɛsɛ menti ase
na one kasa sa press conference we it does it worth it eden na man ye okrom MPP den na yanka okrom ha ba ma nkoto de ne bodwe ye mpam Sammy Gyamfi nde empam no china ye nyina ye di kotodwe gu fam pachaw se yemfa ne bone nche no because we ye hu ne se enye bone but bebia sika no koye no e na akofa problem na ba yemfa nche no but the point is obia wododi ne sika ye se Sammy Gyamfi decide so de ne fie dan na be ma agrada emfa obia ho but the only thing is say na make say youth no ye do Sammy Gyamfi nti no ensama ina ye do His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oh me ma me akwa abaje na no goku adwuma ai mate se wo ho atọ mate do wo ho atọ na wa ma menu ajama wo mesre won fo na won fo wa ntum na won ka bi ma Sammy Gyamfi boy no wa bre boy na bre I quite remember ye kwa sin off hwe muma me fa asem we ye ntudwa very important mbo bra Sammy Gyamfi abre asam fom so we obi de ne fom so ne san yakọ sign na mo twe no sre ne abo so no me pam cho NDC food soldiers me sre mo Sammy Gyamfi wo hu yemfa ne se yemfom so na aba ebi nsi biem na yenka bi ma Sammy Gyamfi omo mu di na tem ye yi na mesre mo ye hina ye nya akapre but still ye da ho a edim ye nim se dabi ebe yi mama ka asen of story we fan kire yeah actors na ye T group ediko asen of eko ye campaign edima ye papa jachi kwesin sa time na ye by election no se mo mbeka na jachi kwesin jina court it no longer say onya time kwa no dia campaign ye actors me amiti hey me kura na me organizer Kala Kumase, Bega Quiz, Christiana Unimo, Big Joe, Mesamau, Solo, HSA, Adankomo, and I kwena na kofi, and I need animu, and I koye. In so toy nani a dream ye campaign at the Majati Quasin, His Excellency. Nan so tona what dear. Sammy Gyamfi ewa akra hu de we ansuo ne to na ye 98 atacheni mu no de campaign no odi eyi boot ya ye hye edi na munsuo mi sa boot ya kuafo boot odi ba ma obia nya bi Sammy Gyamfi eboa ya no ne na unim incident bi esiye one village bi a na ewo Asenof na ye na ya say ye go village to village inti Sammy Gyamfi mo so buy no mo so de mo so tie mo ma metra dem o Sammy Gyamfi mo so be lead campaign ni bi e wa Asenof satam ne yanka se ye beto general election kra o ba ye ni mu bi ne ye de hu asi ho e de ama NDC to extent say baby Sammy Gyamfi village na okoye na yeso ye ko ho no ye sia Sammy Gyamfi say o se yensan e no nkofo na start tututuo emom tututuo de boss Sammy Gyamfi kem ko hwere ne kaka hwere ne nkwa saa kwa ko hwere ne nkwa saa kwa na ahoɔden we nyina ne eniadin we nyina o de ahyem na se bibi kitu abi a ada na ya de bia no Ghana for ye pesa ade no papa ye bebreba obi ye no ye hu bɔne kitu ano na ya fa no World Cup crucify him bɔne kitu abi na we kura me hu ne say ye bɔne sika ne dia e dey man so sem kura and public office but o hwe gold so and so $100 so che agrada gold and abeka so say gold dey ma agrada because we all know the with gold and Ghana for kan so sika ayira munim mun hwe obi a oye hunu nyansa kakra ewo eye MPP party nim ono so abeka ne nsema even waka ka che MPP for say they should shut up But the men go here abo apapon so video nemra.
Why? Because you are focusing on your work. Meanwhile, court is where you live, is where you sleep, is your home. So, is it not scary? Is it not scandalous that Attorney General says that a member of his own majority caucus, an MP, not just anybody like me and you, MP says that you are a thief, you are corrupt, you have gone for 500,000 Ghana cedis, and all you can say is that you can play in the mud. As for you, you can swim in the mud. So A+ should bring it on. And then you are rather inviting us to ask A+ what he knows about the NSS scandal. What is our business? Is that supposed to be our business? You have the prosecutorial powers. You are the man in charge. And you are telling us to go and ask A+ what he knows about the NSS scandal. Look, this is below the belt. And as I've just read to you, for an Attorney General to be saying that I can play in the mud, and we are being told that A+ just apologized. So what now? It is going to be an apology spree. People commit offense, and they are told to apologize, and that be so. Now we are going to live in a nation of apology. Everything is apology. So A+ apologizes, and then Sammy also apologizes, and then we leave it there. No. It's important for us to hold these appointees to account for their actions. Attorney General, you cannot say that you want to play in the mud. We do not want an Attorney General to dirty himself. No, that is not what we want. And again, we expect His Excellency the President not to sweep this under the carpet. These are serious allegations. And all we see is that A+ goes back to pull down the post, and he's made to apologize, and that is it. Mr. President is being put to the test on his commitment to the very values he sought to espouse exactly a week ago when he outdoored the code of conduct. The entire world is waiting with bated breath on further actions by President Mahama, considering the actions of Mr. Sammy Gyamfi and the Attorney General, who says that I want to play in the mud, I want to dirty myself. We want to see some action from President Mahama. We call on the President to show leadership, to act swiftly, decisively, and not to give Mr. Gyamfi and the Attorney General a pat on their backs for this reckless conduct. It's crucial to underscore the necessity of adherence to governance practice in line with constitutional provisions. And this is an issue I really want to raise with you, and follow me on this. That guide the conduct of public officers in Ghana. You recall that in 2017, former President Akufo-Addo, through the National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party, issued a directive mandating that all party officials who had been appointed to governmental positions by President Akufo-Addo must resign from their political party roles in adherence to best practices in governance and accountability. So if you recall, even our current General Secretary, he was the then Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer. When he was appointed CEO, he resigned. A whole lot of ministers, Tutuko Afisa Jaba was a National Women Organizer. She also resigned. Mr. Mewu from Volta Region resigned. Of blessed memory, Honorable Ashiti, Greater Grand Minister, also resigned. Honorable Ajay as Mayor also resigned. The names, a lot, they resigned. Today, what do we see? It is important to note that a similar practice does not appear to have followed under the current National Democratic Congress. Several individuals, while holding influential governmental positions, continue to hold dual roles that may pose concern in terms of governance practice, legal stipulations, and ethical standards. Specifically, the following individuals remain in both political and public office, raising critical issues about potential conflict of interest and the need for compliance with relevant legal norms. The National Youth Organizer of the NDC, George Opare Ado, is a minister now. He's still the National Youth Organizer. Mr. Sammy Gyamfi is the National Communications Officer. He has not resigned. And he's still their communications officer. Basintali is still the deputy communications, and Abisu, who is with the Minerals Investment Fund, is also still there. Osman Ayarega is also at post. Meanwhile, he's an NCA. Ruth Sedo is with the NSS. He's still holding on to his post. Mustafa Gbande is at the office of the presidency. He's still holding on to his post. Elikem Kotoko is now the deputy CEO for Forestry Commission. Dr. Omane Buama, he's the defense minister. He was in charge of the elections. He's not resigned. I recall that even when I was elected as a National Youth Organizer, I resigned from Deputy Executive Director of NSS. Also, all regional and constituency executives who have been appointed into key government positions are still at post. I go to Ashanti region, their regional secretary is the regional minister, he's still at post. You go to Eastern region, I think the women organizer also was their women organizer, and today he's still at post. The retention of these dual roles by political appointees under the NDC administration raises significant legal concerns regarding the Constitution of Ghana, particularly Article 94, which disqualifies a person from being appointed a member of parliament or a public officer if they hold dual offices that are inconsistent with the principles of public service. Furthermore, Section 2, this is more important, Section 2 of the Public Services Act prohibits public officers from engaging in business or holding any other positions that might undermine their impartiality and efficiency in their official capacities. The continued holding of political appointments alongside public office positions undermines the principle of neutrality in public service, and these individuals remain bound by their party loyalties, which could affect their objectivity and ability to serve the state effectively. In the light of all these considerations, it is imperative for the government to reassess the position of individuals holding dual appointments and and ensure that the requisite legal framework are strictly adhered to. The principle of separation of powers between political and public roles is not just a matter of legal compliance, but is central to maintaining public trust, ensuring the integrity of state institutions, and upholding the principles of good governance. We urge His Excellency the President to take immediate steps to rectify the situation by ensuring that all political party holders who have been appointed to public office, especially those holding political positions, comply with the relevant provisions, and also, as we said, because of good governance principles, they must resign. The clear delineation of political roles and governmental functions will reinforce the credibility of the administration and strengthen public confidence in the democratic process. We thank you very much for coming, and we hope that we'll be engaging you we are waiting for the outcome of His Excellency the President. Now, Mame, monitor fa ewo twi abusuafo beda mo ase ene se ye frɛ mo baya edi kan ye beda mo nyama se na no demonstration a mo nyina mo gina mu ma ye ma no ye kama no ekoye ye beda mo ase enche bia no ye bekoso abodahuro afa enema bi ni anamontu a ye ba betu ho na ene adetitru nti a ye hia wo ha efa amamuo ho encha na yewura Mahama ede krata ba ya watu din eye code of conduct na siche nya ne se eye krata wakuchiri se ne be ya eye omo a wapa omo so mbe ye adwuma o na aban mu no omo di ebe ye adwuma na ama amamuo no ayefe eni na wotwe kra ena yehu se the National Communications Officer of the NDC, NIBM, acting CEO, Gold Board. Wako a year say, no. Where ye a year, Bronisika dollars ibi. Or dear mame agrada. Now, here's the canon send an OC kind of baby in agrada as I shim, yaka in Asaka. Now, near one say. Sir, a young National Communications Officer of the party of Saya acting Gold Board CEO. Yera Mahama. And somewhere down Kofano mo Kenya and say, Enya dia wonsa ubetimedia kan aya branche san say oyo golden boy. Untimi nya ho hwe. Untimi nya bibia na kasa kwa. If all social media so asema mo kan no. Nanso no ade a waye no ya ade a ekire eye ahokyira Ghana for fam ene enema bo akosoro na wo hwe obi ono no hwe gold board so na wayi sika dosopuo dollars na odi ache ano hye etietia Ghana mra o code of conduct na ankasa o de baahe no ebu nanimtia se opani Mahama anya hu bibia ye kira ni say eye o code of conduct na de baahe ne se be e kra ta keke munyedu ebe ye mframa o kasa keke na menyin ni se sa na apese wo mamu no esiko no na ebia sipen eye abrante Sammy Gyamfi kuro ye ebra ma Mrs. Ladapa asemba ya yesi akwako hu sika bi woni fie abrante ya ne kan se ma me yenyini firi ho yewura Akufuado out of good governance amamuo a opese mu dan fine ti no oma oba pani ojina djuma firi ne nsema na so ma ne resign ye ne ye kan se na no bi se ye de sa aba no bo tachi a ye se ye ne yemfanya dai yemfa boba wei eye ni tie se esi dan na obi a yenya ntua ne ka o na enei ono watimi enya dollars dosopuo se wo hwe kwan so ofa so yi dollar na wotimu se bebregu ho pa na usa hwe ebiem ka na otimu a ode koye na no ana Yero Mahama kasa okan bibi se na point is no they should eschew opulence and ostentation ye chenya ne se akesesem se ye disika kire on person na point is ni be sa ene isa wo hwe car na Yewura Sammy Gyamfi kura dem 2025 Range Rover autobiography fully spec $350,000 ana otim no de ko ye keke wo hwe ye Ghana ye mramu o hwe the Foreign Exchange Act o hwe the Anti-Money Laundering Act ne ye kan se akutia ebiem se wo hwe eniema kese a akatua kra ye de ma ne ya ne se eye gold ya ye kan ho asemu nyina ne ye de gold board abai ni dwumadi kese ba akopa aban me ate ase ne se e baba be so ye sidinim ebe ma ye sidi na ye de agina opani a ono no wo gold board na o hwe se ye sidi ni begina no onje ye sidi ni ndi $80 now or che. And this is serious lack of confidence in our city. I say, wama yen yesika na yedie no. Emu jidie die watono asawram. Obuna nimtia onfanya hwe. Yen yesika yedia eno ne yesi bra bebo ho ban na nke nei. Entimi nyina no. Wo ba wo de sid nanim onyam atwitwi fom. Noni ade ana wonso nyese sebe woye obi akeke o. Sebe nko obi akeka enuafo nka yemfrɛ nsenchofo dwumadie. Eye Ghana ban sa wo hwɛ eye aketua kra na mo se yemetua ne kana. Ano ohye eye afimu bia no obegye 1.5 million Ghana cedis. Titi sika no 15 billion. Ena obegye. Uye no free man na no so kwa no yesa timitum ohamu nchichemu edunum utimitum after every 2 years bia no utimi esakire mu. Entade obehye menu mienu dia ye hye kama entade obehye no ono no de no aban ye for ho ka 15% of the annual salary into your calculation now. 150,000 Ghana cedis ne de ban se on fanton tade. Sabi watade e show wo kwa to ne sei. Atade e show wo to ne sei. And you try 150,000 and for more kwabrane se on fanton tade nche any shoes enche. The security for ye tuaka. You better do ne garden mu ye tuaka. Sika sema ye kan nyina ne na ketua ya kan nyina no. Eno nka sika ode ko hospital ho. Ni sika ni hospital ni bibia ne ne manum ne anya ne ne yire mu nyina no. Aban asai afa ho ka. Petrol 1,005 liters. Ya fa ho ka omo anko munim konta no komma me how many gallons? 1,005 liters no ha me no nko ano ye se tuaka. Ansa na ya sama no car mienu a wontwie ansa na eye okwa ahomgie mu se opeso okoba bi kogigi nani kakra wa bre wa ya adwuma bre no okwa eno so ban fa ho nya ka yetwa business class ma no ni hotel ka ya fa ho ka ni bibia ya sama no 2,000 a day per diem dollars o asade aka ho asade ma no and $2,000 to 24,000 Ghana cedis. And no gin a day. No gin a day. Etinia can say, Abaya show say. Now say, Buyen ye sit in any mutiadia. Near yes, Oman Penny say, Nadaroma. Sabe. Sanya. Now no, a see ya. A year, your mamma Mrs. Yadapa, and no crano. OSP, Shamudia Bassa Mamma Crano, no day, who song. Asisi kano ono ane dia ono oyobi a waye adwuma emfie aduanan ne kunu sika kra de etisempo ano anwea woye architect over 60 years of experience 60 years an international consultant obi ani so oskapa one of the richest architects we have in Ghana na se enei obi akokotu sika no kra no yesi anti money laundering act no wafom bra no etino yenyinedi enei or resign here it is ene sa na no bi ena sa asem si ya enei it is only fair say employer Mahama maninsi nchen ni mfa hwehwemu mra because ne ache no kra so mkra yentua omka ene ne omanya sika ayesa dwumadie nyina na ade ba ko a na se film so dwumadie nyina ho ne se achopa de ye achopa ye pa obi fomu a na opo acho a anuafo na modi ache na eno nche se ofum mra na o so wapa acho nyama okọ na no A+ na attorney general baba be ka che se ono de A+ ya ono ni be di efi mu agro na ateche mu agro de na de tete no to ono de obetumi atete ateche de aye no ho na why na si attorney general na ye peso atete ateche de ye no ho enu afo mo ha minyi ni se mo be pese ya attorney general no onyare wa techem onyare ofin mu ontiti finya ne ho wo hwe constitution medical kan se wo hwe ne dwumadi ne yakase pa ono na ye lawyer ni pani egina ho magana ban ono na ye lawyer ni pani kese pa egina ho magana ban na se lawyer ni pani kese ya ka tro se wo wakwa akwaji sika 500,000 ademude e de baba be ma appointment committee parliament se ne be ya obego through parliament and you see kona ko sign wuti fa court house there be court na dia obeko atinte huro be ne tua wotunti a wuntimi hwere ntreja de nti na wuntimi nko because bia wo de plus ko ba ono so wa be kana sem enti wo se ne wonko nanso no wodi nkofo bi kokoto sa ade akwadu a de bowi se wo ye kronfo wo no keta ase hye ne proye dware wo wakwa akwaji sika de abrem na hyebedwefo no wo nso no wodi nkofo bi pese omode omkokota wo nso na wo se se wo charge omo for corruption but one so no ye de bibisi ato so yewura Mahama se wa me anya san hwehwemu ye wi ane sisi a attorney general anamo a obi adwemu ni se ya attorney general odware atechem ya attorney general oye kronfo ya attorney general wakwaja demude ya attorney general ena ekono de bia bon siniti ayekono sa no okọ sanse adwen a ye di hunu no enti o si etimi sign niti o si etimi sign niti mi hu bi da sa to na no obeka ya yewura Godfrey Dame wo ho ena NDC fokofa tape bi o mo akatekate no mo de sisi ani eno mo si yewura Godfrey Dame ene jakwa edi nkomo eno kro mo frɛ no criminal ena nsen ya ozi ensamo mo kan no ebia o na wiase de wo ho wo wi ofo nsa no ahwe won nsa no ofo no se nipa woni nipa nsa se eti wo wi ofo nsa no no ahwe won nsa because ansema na no mo kan ya mo se Godfrey Dame edidi na tem sanse mo se oni obi akokasa no ene ya attorney general de ono no yese wo ye kronfo yese wo ye wi yese wo kwakoji adamude 500,000 Ghana cedis e de bre appointment committee in parliament tini yo ono no onfa nipa no court no nko sign it o se there be court ya de obekọ no nko se na daje wo me won so de bia court na wote e ho na odidie e ho na woda e ho esi akwa de office utu na ya no adu high court wo so wontimi fa nipa no nko court na o concentrate on me wa nipa na gu hu fin waka asem tia wo be ka asem so a wo se A+ ni be kire yen ade a oni mu fa NSS ho ono na emba be kire yen attorney general wona tumi na ekura wo Ghana njira no tumi kura so wona wo de obedi yen se ma ya obe yen na yen konko busa A+ now where from this pension for any as a media trial na ya the media for ba ne kan sem a enim attorney general no kwasem nie wagu ne hu fi Tony John enkasa saa wonni mo dwumadi e wo constitution ya nyade saa asem nso a ye de ato ne tiri so no onhwe no nsan ne ti yewura Mahama asodie kese mienu eda wo so nie wa code of conduct a wo de baaye ene ehu nsem no ne epie bani ebie ma de ba kwa ya se hu ne se ene NDC e baaye o ma ya appointment bebre a mo bu o man no na yawo omo ano omo ye NDC national officers be regional officers impo even constituency officers ene ya pa omo e wa ban mu na ado danko Akufo-Addo etwa asebi to ho mo be kai 2017 na ado danko Akufo-Addo in consultation with the National Executive Committee of the party e de enhye bi ba se obi bia ya fa wo adwumam e wa ban mu na wo sai kura party de bre no jaito obibia jaito ho eno no ade eboa ne se ema nipa no nya adwempo ema ordinary esi adwuma a oye no so no aye ne ye eboa ma amamuo pa edadi etuwa hwa enei me ame boss oye current general secretary no ya Central Regional Youth Organizer obeye why CEO no resign here ne deputy Bashir no resign here regional ministers ahodo bebre omba enya honorable architect of blessed memory or resigning from Greater Accra region chairman Amewu resigning here honorable Asumacheme resigning here all over obia resigning me Ebra, ye elected me as National Youth Organizer, and I'm your Deputy Executive Director, NSS. While I'm resigning here. And then ye come your quack and say, yet the NDC headquarters and I wad abrakano. Ya pejan yet ya kwakosi Jubilee House. And it is dangerous for good governance. Etienne, offer National Youth Organizer, or no your minister. Mananya Juma, on resigning. The deputies in Bako NYA, Osman Ayarega, Ruth, NSS, Omodaso, Basintali, or Dasu YE. Yera could be our occupied position in pain. Or here you are resigning as a regional youth organizer of Ashanti region. I don't know, that's the award post. Yero Manebuama, or that's the director of elections. Miwa Osaye, minister of defense. Offer regions, Nima, Bebre. In fact, regional secretary, I know, or northern region, on a war, Alaji Loto, on a war, NLE. Bebre, all over, Elikem Kotoko, Yaira Kuku, no your IT director, and then they will call NIA, Eric Omuni na no mukuta positions. What we are calling on the president to do is and they would the code of conduct for appointees about say omonye impartial and it's a conflict of interest biaba. It's no omo wapa womono eye wapa omo a sha omo no resign send na nado danko akufado year 2017 ema omo a wa appoint omo nyina no resign ye no mo so resign no mo focus on governance. It yebe say Mahama we no boa ema Ghana no yekoye nim. It ye nese frame mo baya na attitude.
Yeah, me do so I go video number. Mo nyansani a start fefe. Say won say wadi nsem hu na atwema afi. Am so ohunu nyansa ne ba because ye de bia di no. Ye de bia di no nti ohunu nyansa ne ba. Me say omu nyina be hunu nyansa kakra before His Excellency John Dramani Mahama be wie ne term. Na omu nyina asua nyansa from His Excellency wo. Omu nyina asua nyansa. All right, me fa mun see na me kwa dem air condition to me sweat. Me ni so abri I na wo ni brasa na ma pressure na be high. All right, now me fa nchia kese enko Belgium 10 out in Koma Grade Satipo one ne mba no edem gifa esenam na Betty. Sanso na na hima ansaba man kra hima okwa man kese traditional area na mubo mu mazi mi chi oputisi o se ahum yedo yetensu ne ye nkofom da. Me queen I wono man mi chia mu hina na hima mi san chia obi. Sanso na Miss Bell na nekua mi chia papa be 16 years. Mr. Suman, Michia, a Javiasi, Daddy, Michia, papa, AB mining for na workers in animal boss, Michia, and Hoka for Gina, Obako, Michia, papa, Auntie Fee, Auntie Rita, Mama Jane, Auntie Gina, Stella and the Queen, Michia, pa, I mean, then will be Boko, na, Mr. William Kufusu, Michia, 112 the next video. I may sweat it. Next video, no. Ubeti midi. Makram. Bye bye.